Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with CZUK Stitch, and today we're going to do a flip through of the Just Cross Stitch 2021 Special Holiday Issue Christmas Ornaments. You can see I've already looked through it. I have several things flagged, so I'm really excited to dive in and show you what's in this year's issue. Now, if you have a subscription to Just Cross Stitch like I do, this comes with your subscription. It's the Halloween issue that does not come with your subscription. I think that's right, yeah. Okay, so the contents page gives you a little sneak peek. They have it broken down into several categories. I think they said 9 categories. And then right before each category, they have this nice overview. Our first category is called Celebrate the Season. Now, I have to cover up because on almost every page we have a chart on here. So this very first chart is called Blackwork Journey by Liz Almond. It is a blackwork piece. It's called Triangle Treat. It is 66 stitches high by 66 wide, and it's beautiful. I'm not ready to do blackwork yet, so I don't have this one marked, but I do think it's really pretty, and I do love how they have it finished. And they give you good finishing directions either in the chart itself or at the back of the magazine. So you can see if you'd like to try some blackwork, that might be a really good piece. It's a small piece. I don't know why I didn't mark this one. I'll have to go back. You know how you read the magazine several times and you're like, each time you find something new. This next one is called Christmas Bouquet by Patricia Ann Designs. And I think it's just really cute. I like how they have it made into a pillow. It's simple, but really pretty. I really like that one. And that one is 41 high by 70 wide. Next, we have Sneak a Kiss by Linda Janine Jenkins. I don't know why that was so hard for my brain to get out of my mouth, but there you go. It says Sneak a Kiss under the mistletoe. Very cute. So those letters are backstitched. The entire piece, though, is 48 high by 44 wide, so very small. Next up, from My Big Toe Designs, we have Every Good and Perfect Gift. Oops. And that's what it will look like. It says, Every good and perfect gift is from above. It's a Bible verse from James 1:17. I think it's a really darling piece. It is 45 high by 37 wide. Next up, from Threaded Dream Studio, we have Holiday Cheer. And this one is 65 high by 61 wide. And again, it's another just really beautiful, simple, yet elegant design. And I like how they finished it in the circle with the tassel hanging down as well. This next one is by MTV Designs called Christmas in My Heart. It is 55 stitches high by 87 stitches wide. And that is what it looks like. I think that's really pretty too. I don't know why I didn't mark this one either. This one also would look really pretty on a dark fabric with like a cry neck, like a silver cry neck or a gold cry neck. Wouldn't that be pretty? I think that would be very pretty to do. And then next we have Hardanger Country Wreath. So if you want to try Hardanger, this is a great piece to try because it is 32 high by 32 wide. And this is by Roz Watermo Watnemo Designs. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And that is a beautiful Hardanger. I do want to try it sometime. So I think this might be a good piece to try because it is so small. And they give you directions and all that. So, and if you mess it up, it's not like you messed up a whole big piece. Okay, so that was section 1. Now, section 2 is Christmas Critters. So we have all sorts of fun holiday critters. All right, first up is called Waiting for Santa by the Stitcherhood. It is 70 high by 70 wide. It's very cute. I don't know why I didn't mark it either, but it's very cute. It's all cats, which I love. And you could personalize this, you know, put little initials on those stockings or whatever you want. Very cute. Next, by Pinochka, is Christmas Polar Bear, which is 68 high by 68 stitches wide. And that's what it is. Isn't that cute with his sweater on and the lights and the snowflakes? I really like that one. And they made it into a pillow. Okay, next up, by Tangled Threads and Things, is Penguin Greetings. And this is 42 stitches high by 39 stitches wide. Look at that little darling. And they use little beads, little letter beads, to spell out Merry Christmas. You could also, you know, have it spell Happy Winter or something, Winter Wonderland or something like that, right? So if you wanted to keep it up longer than just Christmas, you could do that. Because there's really nothing about the penguin itself that's Christmas. That'd be fun. This next one is called Gwendolyn Shepherd. No, it's by Gwendolyn Shepherd. It's called Merry Mice. It is 28 stitches high by 36 wide. And it's these darling little mice under some mistletoe garland, it looks like. And look how cutely they finished it as well. Very cute. Merry Mice, it's called. All right, this next one is by Sharon Pope, and it's called Have a Mooey Christmas. It's 55 stitches high by 50 stitches wide. Perfect if you like farms or live on a farm or know somebody who lives on a farm. Very cute. Okay, this next one is the first one I actually have marked. It's called Christmas Kitty. It's by Pam Kellogg for Krynick. It's 73 stitches high by 36 wide. And it calls for Krynick silk mori. And some very fine braid, number 4. But my gosh, wait until you see this. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet kitten in the stocking. I mean, can you even? I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. There are quite a few. I don't know if I'll do it. Well, there's no DMC alternatives or anything like that because they want you to use the Krynick silk mori. I don't know. I'll have to see how expensive they are. It's silk, so I'm assuming it's not the cheapest, but there's a lot of colors. 5, 10, 15, maybe close to 20 colors, maybe a little less. It'll be beautiful. Okay, this next one is by Faith Works Designs. It's called Love and Joy Come to You. Look at that. And this one is 43 stitches high by 69 stitches wide. Love and Joy Come to You. Isn't that darling? Just darling. And they have a little bell. Do you see that little bell on the Santa hat and the little button? I mean, you could change out the button if you wanted it to be a star. I think it's kind of cute with the heart. You could change out their hats if you wanted to. You could keep this here. You could change the saying. You could leave it off if you want. Lots of options with this one. Very cute. All right, the next section is called Jolly Old Saint Nick. So we have a lot of Saint Nick charts. All right, this one is by Turtle Bunny Creations. It's called Dear Santa. It is 67 stitches high by 29 stitches wide. And this one is quite hard to show you here without showing the chart. So it's like a little door hanger. It says, Dear Santa, for Christmas I want peace, joy, love. So it's like a little door hanger, which I thought would be cute. Or that would be cute to stitch up and maybe put it on a package as well, like a Christmas gift. All right, this next one is called Be Jolly. It's by Stitchy Fish Designs, and it is 55 stitches high by 34 wide. And it's a little gnome that says Be Jolly. Cute. All right, this next one is called Xmas. It's just called Xmas. It's by Fairy Wool in the Wood. It is 62 stitches high by 50 stitches wide. I don't know why I'm leaning way over to the side here. So That's full coverage for that one. I love how they put the little bells on each corner. So it's Santa holding his bag. Darling. This next one is called Blue Christmas Gnome by Jennifer J. Redmond. It is 48 stitches high by 39 stitches wide. And this is what it looks like. So you got some blues and purples, and they also put a little bell on top of his hat. Very cute. All right, next up, by Knotted Tree Needle Art, is Santa's Wish List. And this one is 69 high by 69 wide. And there's Santa with his bag, and he's holding a present. There you go, very cute. This next one is Medina Originals. It's called Santa Gnome, and it is 57 stitches high by 33 stitches wide. Love that fabric they chose for that one. The snowflakes seem to really pop off that fabric, don't they? So the fabric is 28 count Stony Point linen from Witchell's. All right, this next one is called Santa and Helper. And it's by Kesslins. It is 96 stitches high by 75 wide. And so I think that's a bird. That was the face I made, was I was trying to figure out what that is. But I think it's a bird. And he's helping Santa with his bag of gifts. Lots of backstitching in that one. All right, next section is called Let Heaven and Nature Sing. And so we have angels and birds. Beautiful, beautiful section. All right, this is one, Robin. You should want this one. This is a DMC by Lois Winston, created this for DMC. It's called Woodland Christmas. It is 53 stitches high by 53 stitches wide, and it calls for DMC. There are some DMC color variations, which is the variegated, and there is a light effects in here. It looks like just one though, but it's really, really pretty. Look at that. Beautiful Christmas bird. Really like this one. This next one is by Franny Ritter Designs. It's called Stars Repaired Here. It is 61 stitches high by 49 stitches wide. There's a lot of back stitching in this one, but it's really darling. So it's like an angel who's repairing stars. I think that's really cute. You could change the saying too to be whatever you wanted. All right, this next one is called, it's by Bobbin and Fred. It's called Santa Birdie. And it is 29 stitches high by 36 stitches wide. Really cute. And then see how they made the hanger and the tassel out of the same colors. So I think that's really cute. This next one I do have marked. It's by Karen Kluva of Rosewood Manor. It is 55 stitches high by 61 stitches wide, and it's called Noel Angel. It's so pretty. So pretty. I love how she did the wings. Like it's almost like a motif, a Quaker motif. So, love that. That one only calls for 4 colors. Okay, this next one is by Hot House Petunia Designs. It's just simply called Hope. It is 68 stitches high by 48 stitches wide. It's so pretty. This is another one. I'm not quite sure why I didn't mark it, but we can always go back and tag it, right? So I think that's really, really pretty. This next one is by The Little Stitcher. It's called The Robin's Gift. It is 54 stitches high by 31 wide. And again, I'm not sure why I didn't mark it because I think it's really sweet and darling. And they use that petite point fabric with the dots on it. Really cute finish too. Next up, we have this fun little guy called Gathering for Winter. It's by Laurel Susan Studio, and it is 70 stitches high by 70 stitches wide. And there he is, our red cardinal. I love the pine needles here. Darling. All right, our next section is called Let It Snow. So here's our overview of Let It Snow. And first up in this section is by a chart by Barefoot Needle Art. It is called Snow Dessert for Me. It's 66 stitches high by 37 stitches wide. And this is what it looks like. So he has a giant cupcake and he's a snowman. I think it's really cute. Next we have by JB Cross Stitch, just simply called Snowman. Very cute. It's 50 stitches high by 51 stitches wide. And that is what he looks like. And of course you can change the colors out to meet your color scheme, or if you're gifting it to somebody, you can put in their favorite colors, anything like that. That would be an easy one to modify. All right, these next two, I both have these marked. This is by Crafty Cat Design. This one is called Blue Crystal. It is 44 stitches high by 49 stitches wide, and it calls for anchor, but it has a DMC conversion. There is Chronic Metallic 1/16 inch ribbon in this design, and some beads as well. So this is what it will look like. So the ribbon you see right here where my finger is, and then up there, I think too. I think it's just really pretty, and I bet in person, I bet it just sparkles. This next one, which I also have marked, is by Julia Punti and Ticci. It's called Christmas Snowflakes. It's 39 stitches high by 39 stitches wide. Again, it's just really pretty. I love the blues and silvers of Christmas. That one calls for Dinky Dye Silk Floss and Light Effects. And those are the only two colors it calls for. All right, this next one is by Praiseworthy Stitches. It's called Singing Snow Trio. It is 65 stitches high by 69 stitches wide. It calls for Weeks Dye Works floss. But isn't that cute? And do you see on they're holding signs that say fa la la, which I think is really cute. There is a DMC conversion if you want for that one. That's what I had to check on. Okay, this next one is by Doreen Jones. It's called Friendly Snowman. It is 71 stitches high by 26 stitches wide. Look at him. Isn't he darling? I think he's so cute. Again, if you want to, you can change the colors up very easily. That one calls for DMC. I'm not sure why I don't have this one marked. I meant to mark it. This is by Lori Fontaine. It's called Snowball Fight. It is 60 stitches high by 78 stitches wide. Hopefully you can see it. Isn't that cute? I think it's really cute. It reminds me of my brother and me. So, very cute. I think that's it for that section. Okay, so this next section is called Merry and Bright. So this is our overview. Merry and Bright. Okay, and first up we have Chris Ribbon by the Queen Stitch. This is 17 stitches high by 264 stitches wide. Which sounds interesting, but look at what you're doing here, right? So you're making one of those ribbon candies, which I think is beautiful. Now they're talking about in the instructions about making sure that your backside is also very, very neat and clean, because when you fan it up like this, you're going to see both sides of the fabric. But again, it's beautiful. You can do it in many colors, you know, make several of them, put it in multiple colors. I think it would be really, really great. So this next one is by Hand Blessings Patterns. It's called Cutest Ugly Christmas Sweater, and it is 42 stitches high by 35 stitches wide. Look at that little owl. I think that's just darling. It looks like it's stitched on perforated paper. Very cute. Next up, we have Season Greetings by Always Time to Stitch. Season Greetings. This is 41 stitches high by 46 stitches wide. And this is why it matters whether you say season or seasons. It's little salt and pepper shakers. Isn't that cute? That's just darling. Season greetings. Get it? Okay, so this next one is by Anna Pavluk, and is called Little Nutcracker. It is 60 stitches high by 32 stitches wide, and it's a darling nutcracker. Very cute as well. That one's just DMC. All these are DMC unless I tell you otherwise. I think I've caught them all anyway. This next one is by Haystack Stitching. It's called Ho 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 Christmas Jumper. And that little doggy, little dachshund. Ho Ho Ho, it says. A little Christmas sweater. It also looks like it is stitched on perforated paper or plastic canvas. Perforated paper. Cream colored perforated paper. All right, this next one is by Mimaleta Leela. It's called Noble Nutcracker Stamp, and it is 42 stitches high by 30 stitches wide. And whoa, I should just get a piece of paper instead of my whole notebook. It'll be easier. But that's what he looks like. So it's like a little stamp. Cute. All right, this next one is by Dames of the Needle. It's called Jolly Elf, and it is 69 stitches high by 69 stitches wide. And this is what it looks like. And this one calls for some Gast, some Weeks Dye Works, Rami's Creations hand over dyed floss, which I've never tried, and some seed beads. Very cute. It's like an elf dress. All right, this next section is called North Pole. So this first one is by Gentle Pursuit Designs. It's simply called Hope. It is 83 stitches high by 75 stitches wide. It's, I can never pronounce it. Avoissoir. Soy d'Alger. So sorry, I'm completely butchering that. But that's the called for floss. Avoissoir. Like I can hear it in my head, but my brain can't translate it to my mouth. So it's beautiful. Very, very beautiful. That one is 83 stitches high by 75 wide, if I didn't already say that. This next one is by Kim Beamish. It is called Just Hangin' Reindeer. And he's darling. Look at him. He's on perforated paper as well. Again, this would make a really cute tag for a gift if you wanted to, or an ornament. This is 44 stitches high by 32 stitches wide. Next up is by Boulder Valley Stitching. It's called Warm Wishes. And it is 48 stitches high by 58 stitches wide. And there you go. I really like how they finished it. Very cute. Little barn. And the ribbon on top. I think it's really cute. This next one is by Historic Handworks. It's called Rudolph's Flight. It is 45 stitches high by 50 stitches wide. There is some weeks called for and some Kryneck in here and some seed beads as well. That is what it looks like. And you can see the words. His red nose glows past moon and sky, a joy-filled flight, O Christmas night. There you go. Very cute. Right, next up is by Pickle Barrel Designs, and this is called Santa's Transportation Center. Cute. It is 41 stitches high by 56 stitches wide, and it's the reindeer barn. Transportation Center. This next one I do have marked. It is called North Pole Supply Company. It is by Twisted Willow Designs. It is 45 stitches high by 42 stitches wide, and I really like it. I think they made it into like a little bag, but I think it's kind of a fake bag. Like I think they just filled it with cotton, but you could put little candies or something in there as well. I thought it would be a really great idea for a Christmas gift for maybe coworkers or something like that. I'm not doing 22 of these anymore, or 29, however many did a few years ago, if you remember that. That calls for Weeks Dye Works. floss. All right, this next one is by Kate Spiridonova. It is called Christmas on the Farm. It is 55 stitches high by 61 wide. That cute. I love this little lamppost here and the snow falling in the dark fabric. Very cute. And that's DMC. Not many colors either, about 5 or 6. All right, this next section is called The First Noel. So here's our overview. And first up is by Saving Grace's Fine Needle Arts, A Little Town of Bethlehem. It is 54 stitches high by 56 stitches wide. It calls for mostly DMC. There is some Krynic, one color Krynic in there. A Little Town of Bethlehem. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. And so I assume the Krynic is the stars. And it looks like maybe a little right here in the doorway. Love that fabric too what fabric it is. The fabric is 28 count Twilight Cashel linen from Pictureless Plus. I think it's beautiful. Okay, this next one is by Stitchora. It's called Noel. It is 64 stitches high by 68 stitches wide. And this is another one where you can very easily just change out the colors. You can change the fabric. You can change the floss color to whatever you want. So to match your decor, or if you're gifting it to somebody else's decor. And you can see there's just a few, 4 colors, which is amazing when you look at that. You think, how can 4 colors even fit on that? But so that's another one that's really easy to tailor to the colors that you want it to be. All right, this next one is called Hope, Joy, Peace, and it is by Stitching in the Rain. It is 52 stitches high by 62 stitches wide, and it's the Bethlehem scene. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. Next up is by Nikki's Creations. It is called Noel. It's 28 stitches high by 32 stitches wide, and they've made it look like a tag, which I think is really cute. So it's it feels a little prim to me, which is fun. So it's a unique piece, I think. The fabric is 32 count natural linen. All right, next up is by Ursula Michael Designs. It's called Silent Night. It's 70 stitches high by 70 stitches wide, and it's mostly backstitched. So it says, all is calm, silent night, holy night, all is bright. Lots of stars, which I assume are Algerian eyelets, but I might be wrong. No, I think, yes, they are Algerian eye stitches. Yes. So basically back stitching or straight stitching and Algerian eyelets. I don't think there's any actual cross stitch in that piece, which is fine, right? Okay, this next one is by KST Designs. It's called Stars and Angels. It is 60 stitches high and 59 stitches wide. See the little Noels and the little angel border and then the big star in the middle. I think that's a very unique. And stitched on black Aida, that will really, really pop the colors. The colors are DMC. They're all DMC. They have a Sullivan's if you want to use Sullivan's. Okay, this next one is by Turquoise Graphics and Designs. It is called Vintage Noel Stamp. It is 35 stitches high by 31 stitches wide. And it's another stamp shape, which I think is so cute. And it just says Noel, which again, easy to change these colors out to match your decor or your friend's decor if you want to gift it to somebody. Got really dark in here all of a sudden, didn't it? Sorry about the change in lighting. All right, our next section is called Trimming the Tree. So these are all Christmas tree charts. And first up, we have Holiday Lights, and this is Works by ABC. This is 69 stitches high by 53 stitches wide. And if you are a family that celebrates Hanukkah and Christmas, this would be a really great stitch for you. Very cute. I love how they merged both. I know many families who have celebrate both. All right, this next one I do have marked. I think this is just absolutely darling. It's by Artmishka Cross Stitch. It's called Starry Night. It's 58 stitches high by 58 stitches wide. And I love it. Isn't that pretty? It's almost cartoony, but it almost looks like there's a windstorm. But I just really love it. And look at the background. It's all stitched. Let's see. They're full crosses. So I really like that one. All right, this next one is really darling. This is called Waiting for Christmas. It's by Lisa Leon Designs. It is 70 stitches high by 70 stitches wide. And it's a little bunny. And I think it's a little reindeer balloon. I think it's a reindeer balloon and a little Christmas tree. Darling. Darling, darling. It's DMC. There is some light effects, DMC light effects that called for. There is some Kreinik blending filament called for, and some Milhel beads called for as well. All right, this next one is by Natalia Luneva. It's called Christmas Tree. It is 69 stitches high by 54 stitches wide. It's so pretty. So you can see how they finished it with that ribbon. And it looks like there's some Kreinik in there. Let's see. Yeah, it only calls for 3 colors, DMC 001, DMC 444, and DMC light effects, and that's a gold, or you could use Kreinik, whatever you have. Okay, this next one is called The Holly and the Ivy. It's by Cherry Parker. It is 3 biscornues on top of each other to make kind of like a Christmas tree. They're quite small, so the top one, the smallest one, is 30 stitches high by 30 stitches wide. The middle is 35 by 35, and the bottom is 40 by 40. And this is what it will look like. So you stitch all 3 of them, you finish all 3 of them separately, and then you pile them up on top. Very cute. And there's very few stitches in each one. Yeah, very, very few stitches. If you look again, like it's literally just these little few stitches. I mean, I gave you the dimensions, but what you're actually only stitching are these little leaves in the corner, or ivy in the corner. So this next one is called Stitcher's Winter Tree. It's by Charlotte's Web Needlework. It is 39 stitches high by 33 stitches wide. There is a little bit of Kreinik and some beads. Stitcher's Winter Tree. I think these are skeins of DMC hanging off the tree, which is cute. All right, this next one is by Needle Bling Designs. It's called Snowy Christmas, and it is 76 stitches high by 50 stitches wide. Look at that. I love it. I love all the little snowmen in a row, and the reindeer, and the Christmas tree right in the center. It's really darling. And the fabric is a 28 count falling snow even weed from Fabric Flair. So it gives you that background of snow falling. And then the back, they always have recipes and stories from the designers. So that's fun. And then they have the instructions. So that is the 2021 special holiday issue of Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments. I hope you enjoyed. I hope there was something in there that you think you would like to stitch. I clearly need to go back and mark a few more that I want to stitch that I missed the first time I went through. But I think it's a great issue, and I hope you enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye.